Welcome back to Stoic Psycho Mind. Today's episode is for anyone who's tired of starting strong and dropping off again. If you've ever asked yourself, why can't I stay consistent? Today you're finally getting a real answer. Not motivational fluff, not discipline hacks. Actual mental engineering. And to break this down, I brought in someone who thinks with blueprint precision. A mental architect. Marcus, thanks for joining us.
Glad to be here. And let me start exactly where people avoid. Most humans don't fail because they're weak. They fail because their internal architecture is misaligned. Consistency is not an issue of motivation, it's an issue of structure. If your mind is designed in a way that produces self-sabotage, then no amount of motivation will save you. The Stoics understood this long before psychology had the language for it.
So when someone says, I can't stay consistent, what are they actually saying?
They're saying, my mind works against my own instructions. And there are three layers behind that: mismanaged attention, inflated expectations, poor emotional tolerance. Let me break them down clearly. Layer 1, mismanaged attention. You're not inconsistent because you're lazy. You're inconsistent because your attention has no hierarchy. The Stoics taught that your attention must serve your intention. Most people reverse this. Their intention follows whatever captures their attention. If your mind is pulled by impulses, you cannot maintain a path. You lose before you start. Layer 2, inflated expectations. Most people set a target that is not a target. It's a fantasy. They don't want progress. They want transformation in a single attempt. And when reality doesn't match the fantasy, the mind retreats. The Stoics were ruthless about this. They asked, is your goal real or is it your ego performing? Consistency collapses under ego-driven goals. Layer 3, poor emotional tolerance. This is the most important one. People quit not because the task is hard, but because the feeling that comes with the task is uncomfortable. The Stoics train their minds to treat discomfort as neutral, not negative. When you stop running from discomfort, consistency becomes a side effect.
Can I challenge something you said? You're basically saying people don't have a discipline problem. They have a mind alignment problem. How does someone know which one they have?
That's a brilliant question. Here's the test. If you only perform when you feel good, you don't have a discipline problem. You have an emotional dependence problem. Discipline is doing what you said you'd do, independent of the mood of the moment. If your execution collapses when your emotions shift, you don't need motivation, you need emotional structure.
Emotional structure. Can you explain that in a way the average listener can apply today?
Absolutely. Emotional structure means this. You pre-decide how you will respond when you don't feel like doing the thing. Most people decide at the moment of discomfort. That is the worst moment to make a decision. Stoics preloaded responses. Modern psychology calls this implementation intention. Example, if I wake up and don't feel like working on my goal, I will work for 10 minutes anyway. That's emotional structure. Here's the Stoic cure for self-sabotage. Make your tasks smaller and your identity stronger. People reverse this. They make tasks huge and their identity fragile. Consistency grows when tasks are small enough to execute, and identity is strong enough to carry you through boredom and discomfort.
Let me jump in here. For anyone listening right now, if this is hitting you with clarity, take a second and subscribe. Episodes like this come every week, and they're designed to sharpen your mind, not just motivate you. All right, Marcus, continue.
Let's go deeper. Self-sabotage is not random. It's predictable. It shows up the moment the task becomes uncertain. The reward becomes distant. The feelings become uncomfortable. So the Stoic approach is simple. Reduce uncertainty, shorten the reward cycle, neutralize discomfort. Let me decode each. 1. Reduce uncertainty. Uncertainty is emotional friction. Your brain resists unclear tasks. If your goal is vague, your execution will be inconsistent. Stoics always defined actions, not outcomes. Don't say, I'll get fit. Say, I'll train for 15 minutes. Clarity creates consistency. 2. Shorten the reward cycle. Your brain needs evidence that the effort is worth it, so give it evidence quickly. Begin with tasks that produce immediate psychological reward: order, completion, progress, and control. A 5-minute action completed daily builds more consistency than a massive plan that collapses in day 3. 3. Neutralize discomfort. Most people judge discomfort as a signal to stop. Stoics treated discomfort as information, not danger. When discomfort shows up, say, "This is not a problem, this is part of the process." That single mental shift removes 40% of self-sabotage.
Let me ask something that probably everyone is thinking. Why is it so easy to sabotage ourselves even when we genuinely want change?
Because the mind protects the familiar, not the beneficial. Your brain prefers predictable misery over unfamiliar growth, and unless you actively design your internal architecture, your mind will default to protecting what you've always been. This is why you keep repeating patterns you hate. The Stoic solution is identity reconstruction, not in a poetic way, in a structural way. Here's the blueprint. Define the identity you're building, not the result, the identity. Attach your actions to the identity, not your mood. Eliminate actions that contradict the identity. Track only the behaviors that validate the identity. Identity first, behavior second, results last. When identity leads behavior, consistency becomes automatic.
Marcus, this is the kind of depth people don't get anywhere else. Before we end, can you leave listeners with one direct Stoic principle they can apply today?
Yes. Here it is, the most powerful one. Do the smallest action that proves who you want to become. Not the biggest, not the most impressive, the smallest. If you repeat small identity-proof actions daily, self-sabotage has no space to live. Because your actions stop matching the old you, consistency is not a skill, it's a system. Build the system, and the mind follows.
Powerful ending. If this episode helped you see yourself more clearly, subscribe. And if you know someone struggling with consistency, send this to them. It might be exactly what they needed. Thanks for listening. This is Stoic Psycho Mind. See you in the next episode.